We have an absolute. Just about set to go now. Starting on the mound in this one, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Yeah, this guy's been real stingy, man, not allowing guys to play the game, just keeping them at home plate. I mean, just ridiculous sub-1 whip. I mean, he's dominating hitters, and a guy like this on the mound, one of the elite starters in the game right now.
On the ground. And foul ball. 0-1 now. To the right side. Throws to first in time. 1 up, 1 down. Take a look at the lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Ezekiel Tovar.
Boog, this guy had 8 home runs last month. Now, it might not sound like a ton, but when you do the math and add that up over the course of a season, those are huge numbers. So when you think about that kind of consistency, they better be very careful in the way that they approach it.
Wilyer Abreu stands in now and watches strike 1. 1 out, bases empty. Rip to third. Tosses to first. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. Jose Altuve up to hit here. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
2 outs, base is empty. Altuve working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. That misses the zone. 1-1.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
And that's downstairs and outside. Not close with that one. Counts full, 3-2. Ronald Acuna Jr. waiting for a turn at the plate. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. He wrote a terrific piece before the season that detailed his love for baseball.
Yeah, he and his friends would play at the beach, in a huge lot behind the hospital, or out on the street. All they needed was a newspaper and some tape, and they were ready for a game.
2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Here in the second game of the series. Next pitch misses inside. 2-0.
2-0 count to a guy with this much pop at the dish. You better expect him to be turning on something. It's going to either get hit hard to the pull side, or the fans better look out in the stands.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. His 42nd home run of the season. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now it's going to be Jackson Chourio. He was late there. Strike 1. Yamamoto, 26 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. 2 down, nobody on. That one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. This one in the air. Yamada. He's got it, and that is out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill here today, Jesus Luzardo. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Singy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Bottom of the first, and now Seiya Suzuki. Lined into right. Pulls it in for the out. Let's take a look at our lineup. And with their ace on the mound today, they're just looking to provide him a little bit of run support, and they'll see what they can do for him.
Boog, you have to be really careful when you've got a guy like this on the mound for you to not become a spectator. You know that he doesn't give up a whole lot, but sometimes guys get a little too comfortable and don't have an urgency to score runs. You have to make sure you put him in a situation where he can get the W, but also you guys can cruise to the finish line and not have to worry about a comeback in the end.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. And there's 2 down.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Shohei.
2 down, base is empty. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. And another ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one off the mark. Ball 3. Too high, and it's ball 4.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So 2 down. Here's the third baseman.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently, hitting better than .350 this month.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. They take the force out. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Back here in Miami, Anthony Santander at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Yamamoto was recently in the All-Star game for the first time. A nice career achievement. And that's outside. 1-0.
What a special moment for him, man. Getting that All-Star appearance is just awesome. A lot of good players who had really nice careers but never played in the All-Star game, so he should appreciate this.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And there's 1 away.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Salvador Perez stands in now, looks at that one inside.
Boog, here's a note on Yamamoto. He won 3 straight Sawamura Awards, the Japanese equivalent of the Cy Young Award, and the last 3 Pacific League Most Valuable Player Awards, which is the first MVP three-peat since Ichiro Suzuki.
Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count. Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
The next offering misses. And now 3-1.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
And there's a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swung on, belted. Makes his way towards it. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. And it sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. That one finds the corner. 0-1. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed or low.
Swing and a miss, splitter in the dirt. In time for the second out. Good job to clean it up after the drop third strike. So he's down on just 3 pitches. Watch the first 2 and then chased after the third.
Yeah, not a very good at bat right there, Boog, but that was also some excellent pitching. The 0-0 and 0-1 pitches were both right on the edge of the strike zone, so it's not like he watched 2 cookies go by. Then a great job of expanding and making him chase the 0-2, knowing he would be in protect mode.
Next to hit, Ezekiel Tovar. And a foul ball. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Here comes Perez around third. He'll score easily.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Luis Suarez stands in. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Kelly just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And that one popped in the air, left field. And that's the third out. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now 3-0. And the batter now, How You Lead.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Luzardo back to work. Fastball for a strike.
A 3-0 lead is great, but you can't get too comfortable. Got to stay aggressive, keep attacking hitters, try to cruise through this ball game.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
So up next, Yamada. Right through there for a strike. Lee gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that one pulled foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Nobody out. Runner at first. Rolled to short. Possible 2-ball. Off balance speed. There's one. To first. Not in time. Great effort there. And here's the rookie catcher. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. That one's upstairs, ball one.
You come into the game knowing that unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by.
Runner on the go. Strike in there. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. One out and a runner at second. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. He sends it out of here. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 3-2. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
One out, base is empty. Next up, it's the first-year shortstop. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, I'll say this as a former position player and base stealer. When you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary. But this type of guy shuts the running game down.
One down, base is empty. Pitch misses, and that's ball one. And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Santander sizes this one up, makes the catch. 2 down.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 37.
Here's the center fielder. First offering, and it just misses. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in at bottom half of inning number 2. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back there. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
So the batting order turns over. And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. That's in there. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Inside. 1-2 to count. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Pitch misses, and the count's even at 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a swing and a miss. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now a 3-2 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And here is Wilyer Abreu. He's 0 for 1. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms in the sport. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Next pitch way upstairs. And there's the automatic. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. The walk and a run scored his first time. Check on the runner. Abreu back on a dive. First pitch misses.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Next one misses, and the count now 2-0. That's inside.
That's a ball. 3-0.
That one finds the zone, and the count is 3-1.
Well, these players doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game. Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate, a game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Acuna in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Big at bat right here with an opportunity to do damage. But on the flip side, ground ball, double play, strikeout, that could get the inning back under control on the mound.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they're happy to play station to station right here. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And the batter now, Jackson Chourio. Golden opportunity right here. Swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
And that one fouled off.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Strike three. It's a strikeout for Yamamoto.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. Right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. First pitch just misses.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Lee fires to second for one. Return throw to first, got him. Double play, and that'll do it.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Now the number 2 hitter popped out and foul ground first time through. And it's fouled off. And that is out of play. Pitch misses inside. Now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And a breaking ball misses outside. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
Ohtani batting for the second time, and that's strike one.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Chop to first, and that's just foul. The wind of the pitch. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
And next will be the cleanup hitter. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
A lot of folks believed he could make an early impact this year, and that's exactly what he's done. Lots of extra base hits, and his confidence seems to be growing with every game he plays.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes. And
sets him down looking. And he strikes out the side in the third.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. strike on the outside. And it's 0-1. Perez, an all-star a season ago, 34-year-old vet, and he was born in Venezuela. That misses, and now it's even 1-1. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. There's the splitter in the dirt. Swing and a miss. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. Going 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. And that misses. And that's ball 1. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, hauls it in for the out. And there are 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
So 2 down now. And here is Ezekiel Tovar. Doubled his first time. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
No ball.
That's not even close to the zone.
In for a strike, and it's 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. So digging in, Yamada. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. And here's the catcher. He's already homered here in this one. Pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
Cut on and lifted in the air. And it's caught for the out. And the batter will be the shortstop. Fly to left his first time. Swing and a foul out of play. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. The shortstop takes the ball.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Here's a 1-1. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. And that is the third out of the inning. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Yamamoto back to work. Bunting for a hit. Scoops it up barehanded. On the money. Nice play.
Well, I think the defense was anticipating something here because they were really ready to defend as that ball was put down. Nice little drag bunt, but they get the out, and way to go.
Wilyer Abreu getting ready to hit. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Whoa.
Breaking ball in there for a strike.
2-1.
One down, base is empty. That one fouled off. 2-2.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
That one outside. Full count now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the three-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And there's two down.
Now that second baseman, Jose.
Two outs, base is empty. And now it's going to be Jose Altuve. Smoked on the ground a second. Gets it to first. And that is that. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Number 37.
That's outside, and it's 1-0. This one lifted in the air, left field. And there's one away.
Now batting, the right fielder.
So up next, Seiya Suzuki. 0 for 2 in this one. The other way, and foul ball.
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Boog. Suzuki is the first Japanese-born player to homer in 3 consecutive plate appearances in the majors. Feel free to use that note in your next Cubs broadcast, buddy.
Movement in the bullpen. Jose Buto appears to be getting loose. Palencia warming up as well. That one misses, and it's 2-1.
One strike.
Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Abreu settles under it and makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, number 8.
Here's the left fielder. And that is downstairs. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Well, it was bumpy in the early going for the lefty, but he settled into a really nice groove. And that's too high. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now pitching.
New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Yu Darvish.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. He's already homered in this game. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
I think it was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Acuna with another scorching run of play lately. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
Swings and misses, and one gone. So digging in, Jackson Chourio. He's been a great free agent sign. That one fouled off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Come on, you.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Darvish checks on the runner. Chourio back in on a dive. Swing and a ground ball. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and that leaves them with runners at first and second. And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. 1 for 2. First pitch swinging.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Darvish. Kicks, delivers. That one's in there, and the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Now at the plate, Eugenio Suarez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Two on, 2 outs.
One ball, one strike.
Falling behind 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Check swing, but he went too far. And that is strike 2. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
On the ground to the left, and that's a fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. The relay, and he's out. Tried to score in the error, but instead the third out, and the inning is over. So it's 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. To the bottom of the 6th inning. The veterans out front here, 4-2. New pitcher now, Jose Quijada.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Here's Shohei Ohtani.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
First offering, and it just misses.
So back in 2023, Shohei hit a home run, stole a base, and had a scoreless pitching outing in the same game. You'll never guess the last person to do it.
Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, you're good.
I feel like I've heard that one before. Fastball for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jose Alvarado getting ready to go. Gratterol, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Outside low, and it's 2-1.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, number 55.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
One ball.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering misses, and it's 2-0.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And a foul ball. Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. No swing.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
Now batting.
And here's the first baseman. How you lead.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And they have their first hit since the second inning.
Well, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Jose Quijada is done. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Jose Buto.
Well, you see the ERA very solid, and that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
Two on, one out. Yamada, the next to hit. There's a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Tap foul at the plate. Two on, one out. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fights it off. He'll see another. Got him swinging.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Here's the catcher. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
One strike.
Two outs.
That's the ball.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Next offering upstairs.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. That ends the inning.
Now pitching.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Ben Joyce.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Ezekiel Tovar digs in now. He's one of the best players in the game. Joyce measures 5 feet 10 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a sinker, a slider, a changeup, and occasionally works in a splitter. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
One ball, one strike.
That's in there. And the count 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
He's mixing his pitches really well, late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone, and a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Trying to bunt his way on, and it goes just foul. He swings and fouls one off. One down, base is empty.
Ball 1.
Action in the pen down there. Yusei Kikuchi up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Outside with a breaking ball.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound, he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Swings through it for the K. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
Two down, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. That clips the corner.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
This one could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second. And he'll pull in there with a stand-up double.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at-bat. As a hitter, there's not a whole lot better of a feeling than a double into the gap. Right off the bat, you know you put a great swing on the baseball.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Stepping in, Jose Altuve. Foul ball there. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering upstairs, Joyce. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. That is a big-time benefit. Man at second. To the right side, Yamada. The throw to first, and they get Altuve for the out. And that will end the inning. Jose Alvarado gets the call from the pen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
That one ripped. And it looks like trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double. And that extends his hitting streak yet again. This is starting to get pretty interesting, Singy.
Yeah, and the way he's going, it seems like there's no end in sight. This is a guy that no pitcher wants to face right now, especially with runners on base. I mean, he's doing all the little things right, and it just seems like he's in cruise control at the plate.
Now, here is number 37. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1.
That one drilled left field. Fair ball. Around third. He'll score. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
A costly mistake in the outfield thanks to the bad read and terrible timing for that to happen. That's a play you just want to forget about.
And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. 0 for 3 in this one. Misses outside. 1-0. With a single base runner because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Trying to hold a one-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Fought off foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Next offering is in for a strike. And that's in the dirt. Runner at second, nobody out. So the tying run at second. Ripped to short. Slings it across. And one away in the bottom of the 7th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Now the left fielder.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Outside. And that's ball 1. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. That misses the zone. Ball 2.
2-0.
Right through there for a strike.
2-1.
Move to second. Back in safe. Really close. And that one fouled off. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is filled up. Shohei Ohtani in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the bullpen. Jose Alvarado departs, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute. And we've got ourselves a pitching change. Angel Serpa.
And if you dig into his walk rate, His numbers are really impressive. He's really filled up the strike zone this season, so these batters better be ready to swing the bats.
Very big at bat coming up as Shohei Ohtani steps into the box. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
There's a strike.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. There goes the runner. And a count 1-2. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Pitch misses there. And the count is 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
And there's the ball. Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
And now number 55. Swinging a foul back, and that's out of play. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. That's off the inside corner. And the count is 1-1. This one popped up. Suarez. That is the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. It's now a 4-3 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Yusei Kikuchi on the pitch out of the pen here.
Going to be a tough matchup for him right here. Right-handed hitters have been having a lot of success against him so far this season.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
So up next, Jackson Chourio, 1 for 3. Kikuchi, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. One down, base is empty. Fastball is outside. Activity in the bullpen. Number 33, up and throwing for manager Craig Counsell. The 1-1. That clips a corner. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 8th. And that one missing inside, a sharp slider. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Anthony Santander will hit next.
Santander.
And that one fouled off. Check swing, called strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Struck him out looking. Righty reliever out of the pen, Brusdar Grotterol. 32nd appearance.
Luzardo.
So digging in, how you lead.
The first baseman, how you lead.
Swing and a high fly ball left field, pretty well struck. That's back. And it's gone. Home run. He circles the bases, and they tie it up. It's 4-4. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
And now here is Yamada. And there's the strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Splits the plate, and that's strike two. Moving in the bullpen, Robert Suarez. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Lifted in the air, right center field. Chorio moving under this one. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, number 5.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And fouled off. Tied at 4. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Oh, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
Digging in, number 51. First pitch, and he just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Outside with a breaking ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. That's down and in. Grotterol fires. Fouls one away, and now 3-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Gets a piece, and stays alive.
He hasn't gotten the result yet, but he's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this pitcher.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Number 37 in the box now. Takes strike one.
1 strike.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Got him! And the inning is over.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter, William Contreras. Big spot for him here. Kikuchi back to work. This one smoked out to left. Brings it in, and there's one down.
Sometimes you want to be aggressive early in the at-bat. He was right there. Hard line out. First pitch of the inning. No reward, but, hey, you got to keep swinging it.
Now the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. And that's outside. And that is ball one. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. A right-hander appears to be getting loose. All tied up here at the top of the ninth. And that's in for a strike. And that one fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Now a high fly ball out to left center. As this one sized up. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. And here is Ezekiel Tovar. And a foul ball. That one almost got him. Four in the ninth. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And that skips in the dirt. Got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the offense that time. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order, due up. And we are tied 4-4. So back to the top of the order. Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
And a swing and a miss. That K is his 3rd of the game. Now the number 2 hitter. Hard hit left side. Suarez throw to first in time. And that quickly 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Shohei Ohtani now at the plate. And this is very likely the last chance he gets to keep his hitting streak alive. First pitch just misses. A little out front there as he swings through it.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Here the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's the 3rd out, and we'll play extra innings in this one. And now the first baseman, Luis Suarez. 0 for 4, 2 ground outs, a flyout, and a strikeout. Right down to shoot, strike 1. And that's in the dirt. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's got a chance. That one opts against the fence. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. He hit that ball really well to deep right field right there. Got a pitch to drive and just stayed through it nicely. Didn't quite have the trajectory to clear the fence, but you're always happy with an extra base hit. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
Abreu up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Man at second. Slash foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Runner takes off. Sneaks through, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out.
Well, that's a smart decision to hold up with 1 out and the heart of the order coming up. Don't want to run into an out at home plate.
Jose Altuve steps up in a big spot here. Just missed. With the go-ahead run at third, and here in extra innings. Back to right. Suzuki brings it in. Runner tags from third. Throw is offline, and he scores. And it's now 5-4.
Well, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. Pitch misses outside. Ball 1. Action in the pen down there. A left-hander appears to be getting ready. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
1 strike.
Abreu at first, 1 gone. There's a swing and a drive. And it's off the wall. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Putting some good swings on the ball. That's his 2nd extra base hit in this one. Just about got it out of here down the line to left. So I'm sure he wishes he could have put a little more behind it, but he's got to feel good about that missile off the wall.
Now Jackson Chorio. Fastball for a strike.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. 1 run across. Another comes in to score, and they take a 3-run lead.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Yusei Kikuchi will depart. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Hiroshi Maliki.
He's averaging more than 1 hit allowed per inning pitched this season, and that's not where you want to be at all. So we'll see how he does here.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Sun, to first, and they've got him picked off. To second, and he's out. First pitch misses. Two down, nobody on. And there's a foul ball. This one in the air. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, makes the grab, and that is that. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, no one left. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. Venezuela on top, 7-4. Robert Suarez on to try and close it out.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Here's the third baseman.
The third baseman, number 55.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Suarez measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter.
Well, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
Hit hard on the ground to short. And they get the leadoff man in the 10th.
Now back, first baseman, how you lead.
And here's the first baseman, how you lead. And that one hammered. That's back there. And gone. Another homer. His 2nd home run of the game, and they inch closer. It's 7-5.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Base is empty, 1 away at the plate. Yamada. Fly ball down the line. Abreu on his way over. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
So it's their last chance in this one. And here's the catcher, number 5.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
And first offering is fouled off.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
0-1. And that is out of play. Suarez is just 1 strike away. In the dirt, it's a ball and 2 strikes. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And that's way high. And the count is even, 2-2. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across, and we're in the last half of the 10th. Pitch in the dirt, 3-2 now.
Pressure mountain right here with the tying run in the on-deck circle. He's got to find the strike zone.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Now it's the shortstop. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-1. The tying run at the plate. And a swing and a miss.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Upstairs. And that one inside, and it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. First and second, 2 outs. And now the center fielder.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Sends it to center, and this should be it. Ball game.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras into 10. So hard to pull those out, but I think this team did a great job of keeping the crowd out of the ball game late. When you can do that, it kind of calms everything down, keeps the adrenaline of the opposing team down a bit, and you can steal a win and get out of here happy.
A 7-5 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.